Let's begin by acknowledging a growing and dangerous reality. False information isn't just a nuisance. It's a threat to our public health, it's an economic threat, and it's a national security threat. Misinformation and disinformation have become critical challenges during emergencies. These narratives just don't confuse, they disrupt. They erode public trust, delay critical decisions, and in some cases, put lives at risk. As we've seen across multiple recent disasters, including cyber attacks, hurricanes, and wildfires, the chaos created by false information has real-world consequences. Today, I'll walk through how these dynamics unfold and what strategies can help safeguard emergency response efforts. To effectively combat these issues, we must first understand the differences between misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation is false information spread unintentionally. Think of rumors during a disaster. People may share incorrect updates simply because they believe them to be true. Disinformation, on the other hand, is intentional. It's deliberately created to deceive, manipulate, or advance a special agenda. While the intent differs, the impact is often the same: confusion, panic, and a loss of trust in official communications. In emergency situations, this distinction is critical for crafting effective response strategies. Polarization isn't just dividing political debates. It's fueling the very conditions in which disinformation and misinformation thrive. Social media algorithms create echo chambers that reinforce existing beliefs, making people more susceptible to false narratives. In highly polarized environments, individuals become less likely to believe trusted institutions and more likely to accept conspiracy theories. Some policy solutions include promoting media literacy, increasing algorithmic transparency, and implementing electoral reforms to reduce political extremism. But make no mistake, in an era of extreme polarization, achieving these reforms remains a difficult and elusive goal. Now let's look at how disinformation magnified the impact of a cyber attack, turning a technical crisis into a public panic. In 2021, the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack caused widespread fuel shortages. But much of the panic buying wasn't driven by supply issues alone. It was fueled by disinformation spreading across social media. False reports of long-term shortages caused people to hoard fuel, worsening the crisis. This case showed how perceptions shaped by information flow can be just as disruptive as a technical incident itself. For emergency managers, this underscores the importance of including disinformation countermeasures in cybersecurity planning. In the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, the storm didn't end with the weather. The information crisis was just beginning. Following the storm, conspiracy theories exploded on social media. Claims circulated that the hurricane was intentionally engineered by the government to suppress voter turnout. Others falsely stated that FEMA aid was being diverted to non-citizens. These narratives delayed aid distribution and discouraged some people from seeking legitimate assistance. This demonstrates the importance of timely, verified communication and having trusted messengers already in place to counter these harmful claims. Wildfires weren't the only thing spreading rapidly in Los Angeles in 2025, so were dangerous conspiracy theories. During the LA wildfires, misinformation blamed state environmental policies and even diversity hiring in the fire department for the scale of destruction. Political figures amplified these narratives, creating public confusion and undermining trust in emergency management. These falsehoods distracted from the real causes: severe drought, extreme winds, and climate change. This case highlights the urgent need for preemptive crisis communication strategies that address misinformation and disinformation before it takes hold. Perhaps most troubling is when those in power, the very people we expect to lead, become the sources of disinformation. Political elites have incredible influence over public narratives. From COVID-19 misinformation to false claims during Hurricane Helene and the LA wildfires, their words can either calm the public or inflame tensions. Unfortunately, in times of extreme polarization, many choose to exploit crises for political gain. Holding leaders accountable and promoting transparent communication is critical, but this remains difficult when partisan interests overshadow the common good. While the challenge is significant, there are proven tactics that we can deploy to fight back against disinformation. Artificial intelligence can help detect false narratives in real time. Emergency agencies must build relationships with trusted media outlets before disasters strike and activate trained digital staff to monitor and correct misinformation as it appears. Admiral William McRaven's concept of weaponizing the truth is also key. Proactively flooding the information space with clear, factual, and consistent messaging can prevent harmful narratives from taking hold. The goal is to stay ahead of falsehoods, not just respond after they spread. In closing, safeguarding our emergency response systems requires a new way of thinking about information. Disinformation is no longer just a political or media issue. It's a national security concern with life and death consequences during emergencies. The case studies we reviewed showed that crises are no longer just physical events. They are also battles for control of a narrative. Combating this threat requires investment in technology, policy reform, media literacy, and above all, leadership committed to transparency. Only through integrated efforts can we maintain public confidence and ensure our emergency responses are effective and resilient.